Recovery efforts continue today in the Texas Hill Country after disastrous flooding on the 4th of July. Up to 20 inches of rain fell near Kerrville, Texas. Guadalupe River rose 26 feet in just 45 minutes, overtaking homes and camps, killing well more than 100 people, with many more still missing. The timing made it all worse. The flooding came overnight on a long holiday weekend, with more people and visitors staying in the area. National Weather Service office was overstaffed at the time and actually sent out warnings hours beforehand. But it appears they didn't make it to many people overnight. Add to that, a flood warning system had been discussed years before but was never implemented. And this is heartbreaking and frustrating for many people down there now, wondering if lives could have been saved.
We can separate atoms. We can warn people to get to safety. We just have to care enough to put it together and process it and make it a thing.
Texas Hill Country is known to be prone to flooding, so there are several questions about what went wrong and how to prevent this type of catastrophe from happening again. I asked First Alert meteorologist Katie Horner to join us today, help us get to the heart of what happened. First off, we need to point out this type of flooding event rarely happens.
Right, and I've tried to avoid using the term perfect storm, but there was a lot of things that came together that made this such a flooding of the magnitude that it was. It begins with the amount of Gulf moisture that was present. We had a tropical storm Barry make landfall in Mexico. We had monsoon flow across Mexico and parts of Texas. Then we had a front stall to the north, and an area of low pressure started to work across Texas. That front stalled it, and it just sat there producing copious amounts of rain, unfortunately right over that hill country that is so prone to flooding. This area of low pressure, called an MCV, a mesoscale convective vortex, fancy name, but it just means an area of low pressure that is spinning in one place. That, on top of the dry soil in those hills, just led to runoff and that tremendous amount of flooding in this area. And because of that, they picked up more rain in hours than we have seen in Kansas City in the entire year. And then, of course, so many people on vacation and campers there just set up to make this a catastrophic event.
Right. You know, there's obviously a lot still being discussed about what happened, and we'll get into that in the days and weeks, months ahead. But what can we learn from this here at home?
Right. And I want to be very careful that I'm not victim shaming.
Right.
But so often people who are victims of a natural disaster say, hey, I wish I could teach you what I learned in this. So with that in mind, we want to remind you that personal awareness of what's happening is very important. Take a look at what questions we might be able to help learn. Do you know the threats of the area you're going to? Is it prone to flash flooding? Is it prone to tornadoes, earthquakes, flooding? That is certainly something you'd want to know in advance. The terrain, where do you go to get to higher ground and the risk of flooding? Do you know the forecast? Do you have ways of receiving the forecast? Check your TV, local radios, the NOAA weather radio, and apps on your phone. Do you know how to escape in the event of flooding? We'd want you to go to higher ground, but if you don't know which way higher ground is, you could find yourself in a ravine, and that would be a problem. If you are in a car and caught in a flash flooding event, experts say get out of the car, climb a tree, just whatever you can do. Do not stay in that car. Know where to reunite with your family and friends. You have to know that in advance. Pick a place that you know would most likely still be there after a natural disaster. And how will you communicate with each other? Cell phones obviously are a great source, but what if you don't have cell phone towers or you've lost your cell phone? There's other ways to communicate, but the number one takeaway is everybody has to know what to do. If you can't get together, you individually know what to do during a natural disaster.
As we said, they're prone to flooding. That part of Texas is commonly called Flash Flood Alley. So I imagine, like we do at home with severe weather and thunderstorm alerts, they're constantly getting watches and warnings. Is there such a thing as warning fatigue? How do you combat that?
Absolutely. Well, I can tell you, emergency managers, National Weather Service, NOAA, local officials are trying to get more specific with their warnings. But I think the way you combat it is you understand we live on a planet that has natural disasters. You can't allow yourself to be fatigued. You have to fight it every time.
All right. Words of warning from Katie Horner. Thank you so much. If you haven't already, you could download our KMBC 9 News app to stay ahead of future storms. You'll have access to our most recent forecasts, live radar, and you can watch our broadcast right from your phone. It's free wherever you get your apps.